Yo, fellow tankers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are in a Tier 5 French light tank AMX ELC Beast. Yes guys, let's take a break from all this Tier 10 bullshit, from everything that's been going on over the last little while, and my overexcitement. Let's just enjoy this game a little bit, you know what I mean? Let's just enjoy it. This game is supposed to be full of enjoyment, correct? Not just anger and all the stress and everything, you know, the emotions, everything, all that garbage. Let's throw it out to the side. Let's play at Tier 5. Because at Tier 5 you loosen up, right? At Tier 5 you just go down and, you know, do your thing. There's no strategy or anything involved. Actually, sometimes at Tier 5 you have a lot more strategy than you see at Tier 8. Or Tier 9, or Tier 10 for that matter. So, today I'm showing you a game that's a little bit older. It's not a new game that I've played. I've played this a while ago. I found it on my hard drive and I thought to myself, you know what? It's a decent game to show as far as Bloody Almost is concerned. And for those of you that don't know what it is, the series is called Bloody Almost. And in this series we usually finish the game 1v1. Yes, me versus another red at the end of the game, and it doesn't go in my favor. Let's put it that way, right? And in this episode we discuss what could I have done better in order to win the game. So 1v1, end of the game, sounds exciting, doesn't it? The game will be exciting, not particularly high damage, but exciting. And with AMX ELC, you don't usually get those high damage games. The gun is kind of trollish. It has a very high alpha. You roll in a range of 270, 280 or something like that with this gun. But it's very, very trolly. Long aim time. Yeah, this tank, I would call it a high skill tank, honestly, because the engine power is not the greatest. It does get up speed very fast, but unfortunately the acceleration is not the greatest. So before you actually get to the top speed, it's gonna take you a while. I usually played this tank, or I haven't played it in a while, but in the past I used to play it more like a tank destroyer in the early stages of the game, and the concealment values of this tank are pretty good. So yeah, you can play it like a sniper with high alpha, long aim time, good concealment. It usually serves as a really good sniper. So that's what I used to do. I used to play it as a sniper at the early stages of the game. Depending on the map though, on some maps I would scout a little bit more, making sure that I never stop with this tank, because once you stop you're pretty much dead. But the troll nature of the gun does not allow you to have high damage games normally, especially at that tier. It's not gonna happen. Also, one thing worth mentioning here too is that the gun doesn't swing all the way around 360 degrees. Actually, it swings only about, I don't know, 15 degree one way and 15 degrees the other way. So that's another tricky thing when it comes to playing this tank, because if you actually go around someone, try to go behind them, shoot them in the ass or something like that, you'll have to rotate all of your tank towards, you know, that other tank. And then if you want to escape, it's really difficult to escape from that situation. So yeah, it's not an easy tank to play from that perspective. If anyone has played E25 in the past and played it close up, this is probably going to be very similar, although E25's gun is so much better than this. Anyway, let's get into the game and see what we have here. So after I do a little bit of sniping in this tank later on, I use it sort of like an ambush tank. You know, you sneak behind someone's ass or someone's back and you shoot him in the ass with a big alpha. Kind of like a derp gun in a way, right? If you have a light tank with a big derp gun, this is how you play it. Very similar gameplay, to be honest. So anyway, right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find these guys that are kind of trailers. Obviously the opposing team won this flank, won one lane, so they're going to be climbing up one lane here. So I'm looking for the trailers, and I see this J Panther. I saw you know, full side, exposed, fully aimed shot, hits the track, doesn't pen with you know, APCR round. So not sure why. That should have probably penned, but I guess I don't have enough penetration on this gun in order to go through the tracks of J Panther. I didn't even know that. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on playing the same kind of game. I wanna be concealed. I don't wanna expose myself. I wanna just fire when I'm unspotted. Because this tank, look at the hit point pool, it's only 320. So J Panther hits me one shot, they can pretty much, if they high roll, I think, can they one shoot me? They probably can if they high roll. So yeah, last thing you want to do is be shot by a tank destroyer in this tank. But he disappears all of a sudden. I thought he was going to come back, but he disappears. He's actually a smart player. He knew what I was trying to do, that I was trying to catch him, you know, on concealment. And he basically backed out. He says, "No, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna hide." So I'm gonna try to find a different position now in order to see if I can get a shot into this guy. At the same time, even though we're winning the game, our team decides to just kind of roll one by one into the opposition, and the opposition stays together. As you can see, all their tanks are together in that one location, but our tanks, our guys are gonna roll in one by one, and they're gonna get shut down just like that. Anyway, we finally managed to put a shot into this J Panther. The first shot I was trying to take at him basically derped again. So yeah, my gun has been trolling me a lot in this game. Now basically the guys that went in there got taken out. So I wasn't sure whether that J Panther is gonna come after me or whether he's gonna continue with his team, but it looks like he's trying to come back. So I saw him coming back here. So I wanted to set up an ambush position here. If he comes out, I can shut him down here, hit his track, go around him possibly. So that's what I was counting on, but he, being a smart player, he's not gonna come out. I think he basically set up there for a few seconds to see if I'm gonna come after him, and if I didn't, then he's gonna move forward. But I'm being really patient here. I really don't want to lose my HP at this point in time. It looks like we were winning the game, but look at this. It got very narrow. It's 3v3 right now, and during the time that I was chasing the J Panther, I was hoping that my teammates are gonna go and take care of the arty. For whatever reason, none of them went to the usual arty location, which is A0. Now, I would have probably done that, but this tank is so awkward. I don't like going after arty in this tank because, again, because of the gun swings. It doesn't swing that far. So basically, you go towards arty. Once arty turns, they can shut you down easily. Anyway, let's get into the game now. All of a sudden, we got on these guys back, and we see this OI. Easy ass shot. I just needed to get close to him in order to shut him down here. Now, J Panther is going to pay attention to me in a split second, so I want to find cover as quickly as I can. Here I find cover. We knock a few trees down, and we've been knocking trees the whole game. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to climb up here, and J Panther is going to be distracted with our heavy tank, which is T14, and he gives us a side shot. We take him down. At this point, we're thinking to ourselves, the game is ours, but the enemy's artillery shuts down our T14, and all of a sudden, it's 1v1 situation. So now, it's going to get a little bit tricky, and the reason why it's gonna get a little bit tricky is because what I mentioned to you guys before. The gun on this tank unfortunately doesn't swing all the way around, so there's no way I can just drop in into sector A0 from one side and, you know, fool the arty, you know, go around them and shut them down because my turret rotates all the way. I can't do it that way. So basically I gotta figure out how to approach it in order to be able to shut him down without him, you know, getting the shot off. Because he gets the shot off, he splashes me, he kills me, right? I mean, simple as that. The remaining player, the remaining tank on the opposing team is artillery, M12 artillery. So, tier 7, by the way. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy. First, we're gonna make sure that he's there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try just climb up and see if I can just slightly poke over the ridge to see if I can find him. That's the idea here. So we're gonna come up here, and we don't want to overexpose because he might be actually looking this way. So last thing we want to do is overexpose. He wasn't looking that way, so he turned at the time when we poked over the ridge. But yeah, what do we do now? What do we do now? He's paying attention to us. So first things first, we want to lose the 6th sense. And once we lose the sixth sense, we're gonna go forward and change position. Now the thinking process here was, if we can get ourselves somewhere in position, let's say B6, somewhere around there, we can engage our binocs, potentially spot the artillery from that location, because he was sitting kind of over the ridge on the other side, so I thought I'll be able to spot him from there. As far as why I'm taking such a long route, mostly it's just to confuse him, just to make him think, which way is he coming from? Left? Is he coming from right? He probably set up on the other side right now, but because I'm gone for such a long time, he might be switching back to the other side. So it's all calculated, guys. It's not that I'm just driving around, right? It's all going in my head when I was playing this right now. I was actually strategizing, right? So as you can see, I'm here in location B6. I'm gonna engage my binocs to see if I can spot him. I can spot him, so we're gonna move him a little bit closer, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna stop right here, and we're gonna engage our binocs again. And yeah, we don't spot him again, and I think this is where I'm gonna make a mistake, if I remember correctly. Because what I should have been doing is kept on coming closer, and trying to do that. And at the same time, I changed my kind of decision, and I decided to just go fully forward and see if I can spot the guy. I do spot him. We have a shot at him. We take a shot, but I wasn't fully aimed. It was a very narrow shot. I knew I wasn't going to hit him. Now I'm going to wiggle. Hopefully he's not going to be able to hit me. There's no way. I'm thinking there's no way he's able to hit me because I'm so close to the hill right now. His angle, his arch is so flat, but yet he manages to hit beside my tank. He splashes. He doesn't damage me, but he knocks off my track. What a lucky son of a bitch, I was thinking. Because if he didn't splash me, if I didn't break my track, I would be able already to go up there and take him out of the game. Game over, right? We're gonna approach him closer now. I'm gonna scoot over just to see where he's sitting again. And look at this. I'm just gonna peek over the ridge. He readjusts his gun. And what the f just happened here? You know what it is, guys? There's no lesson from this. Because I don't think I've done anything wrong here. This was strictly RNG. RNG killed me in this game completely. The guy moved his gun. He wasn't even aiming in that position. If he was aiming in that position where I was, I would understand that he would shut me down. Maybe. But he moved his gun. I barely poked the ridge and he takes me out of the game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable bad RNG. In many cases, I have RNG like this, guys. And unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for today. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.